Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here. We are continuing our walkthrough for Nancy Drew, the final scene. We just got a gear. This is out of service. Let's go meet the one character that we haven't met yet. Joseph Hughes. He's the one we talked to on the phone when right after the kidnapper called. He was called looking for Brady.
You must be Nancy. The worry's written all over your face. Well, I'm Joe. I started to look for you, but then I figured better to park myself and let you find me. Any trace of your friend?
I found the secret passageway all right, but no sign of Maya. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, what about calling the police? There's an outside line in the ticket booth.
Thanks, but I already tried that. Standard procedure says I'm on my own for the next 24 hours.
Standard procedure.
I mean, I understand the police can't go chasing after every kid who gets lost at the mall, but this is different.
But this theater's going to be torn down in 3 days. Did you tell them that?
They say it's unlikely that the kidnapper would keep her in the building.
Well, I checked all the outside doors, and they're locked up tight. Only folks who've been in the theater all day are Brady and Simone, you and Maya, Nicholas Falcone, and myself.
How can you be sure?
Well, I've only got this one pair of eyes, so I can't say 100%.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
I was up here in the projector room, sound testing for the premiere. But I'd be disappointed in your detective work if you didn't put me through the ringer like a regular suspect.
Sound testing. Yeah, I think I remember hearing you practicing your MC voice now that you mention it.
I reckon if the kidnapper wants the demolition stopped, they must be keeping Maya somewhere in the building.
Did I mention what the kidnapper said?
Oh, I think so. Or maybe Brady told me when I saw him in the hall. He seems eager to help.
Helpful suspects. What more could I ask for?
That's the spirit. Now, what's your plan of attack?
Time to start searching. Can you give me a map or some blueprints of this place?
Try calling county administration. The records division keeps that type of stuff. I bet a blueprint would show secret passages that even I've never found. Ask for the original plans, not the ones from the 56 remodel.
When was the theater built?
Completed in 1925. The vision of one J.J. Thompson. Anyway, I've spent the last 40-something years finding my way around this place, so let me know if I can help.
You've been a big help already.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
I won't let the turkeys get me down, sir. I will be an optimistic turkey. Let's see, what can we look at in the projector room? We can get a... what is that called again? Spark plug? Something like that. I don't know. I do not know electronics or mechanics or anything like that. That is not my area of expertise. A slide. Generic cola like we saw in Nancy Drew Secrets Can Kill. Clayton Projector Care and Operation. Tells you how to load slides into the projector. Oh.
There was a key here.
There was a key there, but looks like there is not a key there now. What else can we look at? Can't look at the soundboard.
Don't touch that projector, dear. It's a temperamental old beast.
Oh, and Joseph doesn't want us to touch that, so we'll listen to Joseph. He seems nice. All right. Let's explore a little bit more. If we go on into this balcony here, you can see, oh, what is this? A missing gear. We need gears. Aha! There it is.
I can't quite reach.
So don't reach again, or Nancy will fall to her death. Use instead the magic wand with your bubblegum. Voila! We got the gear. And that's all that you can look at on this side. You can go over to the other side as well. Get a similar view. So it is a really nice view of the theater. Some of these posters that are up out here are pretty entertaining too. Yak, the musical. Neo. That one looks kind of like Snoop Dogg. Cemetery, The Heist. Yeah, some interesting ones. Alright, so Joseph suggested we call county administration to get some maps of the theater. So let's do that. What's the number for county administration? We don't have the number for county administration. Where can we get that number? Interesting. Well, since we're here, let's call Ned and Bess to give them an update on our situation here.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon.
Oh, Ned.
I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later.
You should be. Okay, I think we have to call Bess first, and then we can call Ned. I don't know why you have to do it in that order.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's Nancy.
Nancy, it's about time. How's St. Louis?
Something terrible has happened. Maya went to Brady's dressing room to interview him. I guess he wasn't there. She screamed, and now she's gone. I think she's been kidnapped.
Oh my gosh. Why would anyone want to kidnap Maya?
I received a threatening phone call. Somebody wants desperately to stop this demolition, and they're holding Maya as a bargaining tool.
That's terrible. Have you called the police?
I called, all right, but get this. According to standard procedure, they can't get involved until Maya has been missing for 24 hours.
What could possibly be standard about a girl getting kidnapped?
They're not convinced it's a kidnapping.
Well, how did she disappear then? Poof? Alakazam?
Sergeant Ramsey says it could be a prank, or Maya might have just taken off or something.
Sergeant Ramsey obviously doesn't know Wash U's most dedicated reporter.
It's true. The only way she would have abandoned this story is if someone dragged her away from it.
Do Maya's parents know?
They always travel this time of year, remember? And besides, I've got to find Maya before this demolition. I doubt her parents could get back from the other side of the world before then anyway.
What a mess.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been so personally attached to a case.
Call me back when you know more. I'll get a hold of George and Ned and let them know what's going on. Poor Maya. I guess the only consolation is that she's got you on the rescue mission.
Alright, so now we can call Ned. Because Bess has to tell Ned what's going on. We can't tell him ourselves.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Nancy. Bess called and told me what happened with Maya. I've been worried sick.
Did she tell you what the police said?
About the 24-hour delay? Yeah, she told me. But I have faith in you, Nancy. You've solved plenty of cases before without help from the police. So let's get down to business. Who are your suspects?
It seems there were only 4 people in the building at the time of the kidnapping, besides Maya and myself. Brady Armstrong, Simone Mueller, his agent, Nicholas Falcone, a political activist, and the caretaker, Joseph Hughes.
Any hunches?
Not yet. I've got a lot of work to do.
Call me anytime. I'll try to stay close to the phone.
I've got to think of a way to get this demolition stopped.
Well, the police aren't being much help. But couldn't you try contacting the owner of the building? I'm sure he or she would be willing to postpone for a couple of days. I mean, what's the rush?
According to Nicholas, his name is B. Thompson, and he won't talk to the press.
I wonder what he has to hide.
His building firm is called Wave of the Future.
Catchy. I wonder what he has against the present.
Ned, I just remembered something. Joseph used the phrase Wave of the Future when I first met him. He was talking about the remodel of the theater in 1956. Do you think it's a coincidence?
I don't know, Nance. If Joseph turns out to be the owner of the theater and the guy behind the demolition, I think it'll be fair to say you've seen everything.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
She doesn't sound very enthusiastic. Bye, Ned. Alright, so let's head this way. Harry Houdini! Witness a once-in-a-lifetime event right here in St. Louis as the masterful Houdini is plunged into the watery grave and faces the most impossible escape of his career for the cash reward of $50,000. Sounds exciting. Born in 1874 in Budapest, Hungary, under the name of Eric Weiss, Houdini's family soon moved to Appleton, Wisconsin. Typo, that's not how you spell Wisconsin. From there, at the age of 12, Houdini ran away from home. By the age of 13, he had reunited with his family in New York City and begun performing magic card tricks under his original stage name, Eric the Great. In the course of his illustrious 33-year career, Houdini escaped from prison cells, handcuffs, leg irons, straitjackets, packing crates, milk cans, coffins, and St. Louis tycoon J.J. Thompson's infamous watery grave. In addition to being the greatest escape artist of all time, Houdini was also a master of illusion. In 1918, at the Hippodrome in New York City, he made an elephant disappear on stage, and according to Houdini, the elephant, Jenny, weighed 10,000 pounds. His brilliant skill and ability to baffle and amaze an audience remains unsurpassed to this day. It's true. Not even Zegad the Magnificent could best him. Also featuring Madame Lesardeau, the Lady of the Night. Picture of Harry Houdini. And Zegad the Magnificent. He looks like White the Fellow. Lots of interesting Shelby and White. A cornucopia of humorous magical acts. I'd like to thank Harry Houdini for his great generosity and tireless devotion to promoting the craft of magic. Looks like this is an article about Harry Houdini. Houdini cast spell on Palladium. Last night, the master of illusion and undisputed king of handcuffs, Harry Houdini, performed at the Royal Palladium. If you didn't attend, you missed a crackerjack show. The standing room only performance began with the uproarious comic stylings of comedian Slappy Henderson. While Slappy was taking jabs at the Coolidge administration, he was distracted by a portly theater patron who was late taking her seat in the front row. Slappy was merciless in ridiculing the woman for her tardiness and took no time in commenting on her floral print dress and matching hat. "I like your dress, lady, but isn't it a little early for Halloween?" After Slappy warmed the crowd, Harry Houdini took command of the stage, joined by his beautiful wife and assistant Bess. The Houdinis pulled out all the stops, astounding the crowd with amazing feats of daring and miracle, including Mr. Houdini's death-defying escape from the watery grave, a custom-made aquatic tank built by J.J. Thompson, the owner of the Royal Palladium. So confident was Mr. Thompson that Houdini could not best his contraption, Thompson staked $50,000 on the challenge. Yow, what a blow to JJ's billfold. Yeah, that would be a bummer. Even with such spectacle, it was the last illusion of the evening, the Houdini transformation that simply brought the house down. The illusion began with 2 iron cages being lowered from the ceiling to the stage. Bess gracefully stepped into the first cage and got lifted 3 feet into the air. As stagehands covered her with a cage-length curtain, Harry Houdini stepped into the adjacent iron cage. While he was lifted up, Houdini transfixed us with a penetrating stare and began a countdown. At 3, his cage came to a halt 3 feet above the stage. At 2, a cage-length curtain quickly enveloped the magician. But it was not Houdini's voice who shouted 1. In less than a heartbeat after it was dropped, the curtain was instantly lifted, revealing Bess Houdini standing where her husband had been yet a moment before. Harry Houdini had vanished. Amid the applause, Bess gestured to the still-cloaked cage suspended beside her. A stagehand removed the curtain to reveal not Harry Houdini as we all expected, but Slappy Henderson. "You thought you had gotten rid of me, didn't you?" Slappy yelled to the woman in the floral dress. The poor woman lumbered up from her front row seat. "Someone ought to teach you some manners," she said, wagging a pointed finger at him. She then turned to face the audience, removed her hat and wig with a flourish, and revealed her true identity. Harry Houdini. The Royal Palladium exploded with applause as the Houdinis took their bow to a standing ovation. Never before had St. Louis been treated with such unparalleled magical genius. And that's important to the plot of the story, which is the only reason why I took the time to read all of it. But I think we'll do some more interrogation of suspects, starting with Simone in our next video. See you soon, fellow detectives!